Well, good morning and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now today I thought I'd have a look at a few Masdevallias, and especially the ones that I were experimenting with growing them in the live moss. You know, I think it should be suitable for them, but I haven't looked at them for a bit now, so we'll have a look, see if there's any roots growing. I mean, in here I've got a little veitchii, a small granulosa, and Masdevallia picea. Now the piceas and the granulosa, they grow in from Peru to Ecuador, and they grow high in the trees in the wet forests and in Peru. And the veitchiana is found growing in the rocky slopes of Machu Picchu as a full terrestrial. So we'll just have a look and see how they're going on. Now the little veitchiana is the one nearest to you, and this is the most beautiful, and it can be classed as the king of Masdevallias. Absolutely gorgeous thing. And they used to be known as the treasures of Peru, and as I said before, found growing on the rocky slopes of Machu Picchu. So we'll just have a look at that and see if there's any roots developed or any new growth or whatever's happened to it. So this is a nice fluffy live moss I'm growing it in. Got a stake there, I don't know whether it's any roots in or not, but these are available to plenty of air, plenty of humidity and plenty of dampness. So we'll just pull this up, see if there's, well, that's quite firm in there. And as I can see, there's plenty and plenty of new roots growing. So I'll just get the camera and we'll have a look at that one. Here we are, and you can see the new roots growing down there. And it's very tight if I pull it. There's some new roots there. And there's a little new growth there. So that's the veitchiana. And while we're on the subject of veitchianas, that is a veitchiana bloom. Absolutely gorgeous. Now all Masdevallias grow in Peru, Ecuador and those areas in wet forests, and they're all classed as cool to warm growers, while others can be classed as being needing colder conditions as the others, like this granulosa can require cooler conditions as the veitchiana. But they all like good light, and they like plenty of shade in the summer months, and in the cool winter months you've got to give the plant as much light as possible, which will cause the leaves to be sort of a palish green and not a dark green, and the palish greens are said to promote much better blooming. In general, I would say intermediate temperatures are required. For example, in summer 12 to 25, and in winter 9 to 20 centigrade. And the substrate can be almost anything and can be grown in pots. They can be grown mounted, and you can grow them in bark with perlite added or polystyrene chips added and some chopped sphagnum. All these are used by various growers to some extent, but I've never seen them grown in live moss before, and I'm just wondering if that's good or it's bad. Hasn't proved to me one way or the other yet, proves very good on one plant, but I'll still to look at the other two. Now the roots of these plants are small, but when the plants get fully established in whatever you're growing them in, the roots will spread very quickly and will soon fill the pots. Now as regards feeding of Masdevallias, there's a lot of differences of opinion. And coming from where they do, I don't think these get anywhere near as much fertiliser as people think. So what I advise on these is use a very pure water, distilled rainwater. Yeah, you know, it can be a bit dirty, rainwater at times, but and I use RO water, which is absolutely pure, and I water with that, and I feed probably a quarter of what they said is a normal feed, and I give them to these probably once every 4 or 5 weeks, but that's about all they get. But I do know and have heard of many growers of these who are getting a bit older now and no longer in the trade, don't feed these at all, and they grow them very well. So we'll have a look at the next plant, which is a granulosa, and this I have had very much trouble with. And that doesn't seem stuck in like the Vecchiana. So I'm presuming this has got no new roots, which I'm right, but it is showing 1 or 2 new growths, which I hope the new roots will come from them eventually. But we'll just lay that one back on the top and have a look at the Pickia. And this seems pretty well firm in the pot, in the moss. So we'll just see if we can have a look at the roots on this without disturbing it too much. Yep, and there they are, the roots growing on the Pickia. So we'll stake that one back up. This has got plenty of new growths on it as well. Well, I say plenty, it's got about 3 since I put it in, so that's enjoying the dampness of the live moss. I'd better put this granulosa back in just to see if it improves. It might start improving when the temperatures get much colder. Well, there we are. I've got them all back into place now. You see the moss is really spreading. It's going onto the sides here. It's even joined itself in the middle. It's only in 2 tubs, this. I used to have 3 tubs, so I gave one to Sheila to see how she's going on with it. I haven't inquired yet, but I will do when I get over there. So thank you very much for watching, and if there's anything you need to know about anything, will you please let me know, because it makes it much easier for me to do further videos. So thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you all later.